Hey, English learners, welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your cozy little place to learn real English through real everyday conversations. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. And today I want to describe something that every single English learner knows. You are in a conversation, someone asks you a question, and in your head, the answer is there, clear, ready, but it is in your own language. So you take it, you translate it word by word, and by the time the English version is ready, the moment has passed. The conversation has moved on, and you are still standing there holding a sentence nobody needed anymore.
Jake, that is one of the most accurate descriptions of this feeling I have ever heard.
It happened to me yesterday. I'm not even joking.
This problem has a name. It is called translating in your head, and it is the invisible wall between knowing English and actually speaking English.
And today, we're going to talk about how to break that wall. Not with complicated exercises, not with grammar drills, but with small, honest, daily habits that slowly train your brain to think in English directly.
So if you have ever felt stuck behind that invisible wall, stay with us. Today, we take it down brick by brick.
Anna, before we talk about solutions, can we talk about why this actually happens? Because I think a lot of learners feel like something is wrong with them. Like, why can't I just think in English? What is wrong with my brain?
And I want to say this clearly first. Nothing is wrong with your brain. Your brain is doing exactly what it was trained to do.
Trained to translate?
Yes. Think about how most people learn English. At school, from a textbook. The teacher says a word in English. You write the meaning in your language next to it. You do exercises where you translate sentences. You think, how do I say this in English?
So from the very beginning, we were taught that English is a code. You take your thought, you put it into the machine gives you English.
Exactly. And after years of learning that way, your brain built a very strong habit. Native language first, English second. It is not a weakness, it is a habit. And habits, even old, strong ones, can be changed.
So the goal is not to delete my native language. It is to build a new road, a direct road from thought to English without the translation step in the middle.
That is exactly the goal. And the beautiful thing is, that road already exists inside you. You just haven't used it enough yet. Today, we start using it. The first habit is the simplest one, and you can start it today, in the next 5 minutes. It is called label everything.
Label everything?
When you look at something, anything around you right now, say the English word in your head, or out loud if you can. Not the word in your language, the English word. Chair, window, cup, phone, table, light.
That sounds almost too simple to work.
It sounds simple, but here's why it is powerful. Right now, when you see a chair, your brain automatically thinks the word in your language. That connection, object to your language, is very strong, built over your whole life.
So I need to build a second connection, object directly to English.
And every time you look at something and think the English word, that connection gets a little stronger, a little faster, a little more automatic.
So if I do this every day for a week, 2 weeks, a month, my brain slowly stops going through my language first?
Slowly, yes. It will not happen overnight. But one day, you will look at a chair and the English word will come before the word in your language. And that moment, that tiny moment, is the beginning of thinking in English.
I want that moment.
Everyone does. Start with labeling. Today,
Okay, what is the second habit?
talk to yourself in English.
Okay, I already do this, but not in English.
And that is the shift. When you are walking to the kitchen, think in English. I am going to make tea. When you are getting ready in the morning, think in English. I am so tired. I don't want to work today. When something happens during your day, react in English. Even one word, even just, oh, wow, or that was strange, or I'm hungry.
So instead of having my thoughts in my language, I try to have them in English?
You don't have to force every thought. Start with just a few, maybe 5 thoughts a day. Small, simple, honest thoughts in English. I feel tired. This coffee is good. The weather is cold today.
And those small thoughts are building something.
They are building your inner English voice. And that inner voice is the most important thing for fluency. Because when you speak to someone, you are not translating. You're just letting your inner voice out.
So the more I talk to myself in English, the more natural my spoken English becomes.
The speaking is just the inside voice finally going outside. Train the inside voice first. The speaking will follow.
Anna, I want to talk about something that I think secretly slows a lot of learners down, the dictionary habit.
Oh, say more.
I used to stop every time I didn't know a word, open the dictionary, find the word in my language, read the meaning in my language, close the dictionary, try to continue.
And what did that do to your thinking?
It kept pulling me back to my language. Every single time I got close to thinking in English, the dictionary pulled me back. Here is the meaning, in your comfortable language.
And this is a very important point. When you always look up words in your own language, you are training your brain to need your language every time English gets difficult.
So what should I do instead?
Try to understand from context first. If you hear a word you don't know, don't stop. Keep listening. Often the meaning becomes clear from the sentences around it. And if you really need to look it up, look for the English definition, not the translation. Happy means feeling good and positive, not happy equals the word in your language.
So I stay inside English even when I learn new words.
You build walls around your thinking that keep you inside the English world. And the more time you spend inside that world, the more natural it becomes.
Like living in a new city. At first, everything feels foreign, but after some time, it starts to feel like home.
Exactly like that. English becomes home, not a foreign place you visit when you need it. And now, our final habit. This one takes exactly 60 seconds, and it might be the most powerful of everything we talked about today.
60 seconds. I can definitely do 60 seconds.
Every day, pick one simple topic, anything. Coffee, your morning, your weekend plan, a movie you watched, something that happened at work. And for 60 seconds, think about that topic only in English. Not perfectly, not fluently, just honestly.
So, like, I close my eyes and I just think in English.
Yes, you might think, I watched a movie last night. It was good. I don't remember the name. It was about a man. He was lost. Simple words, short sentences, broken thoughts, that is completely fine.
Because the goal is not perfect English thinking. The goal is direct English thinking.
Exactly. You are training your brain to go straight to English without the translation bridge. And 60 seconds a day, every day, builds that direct connection faster than you think.
And the topic doesn't matter?
The topic doesn't matter at all. What matters is the habit, the daily choice to think in English, even for just one small minute, is what rewires the brain over time.
Rewires. I like that word. Like we are changing the electricity inside, building new connections, new paths for thoughts to travel.
And those new paths, once they are built, never fully disappear. Every day you practice, they get wider. Every day you skip, they get a little narrower, but they never go back to zero. Your progress is never wasted.
So even on the hard days, even on the days when I feel like I'm not improving, the paths are still there, still getting stronger.
Still there, still growing, even when you can't feel it. Now let's slow down for our word tour. Today, we have 4 words that connect perfectly to everything we talked about. Words about thinking, habits, and the mind.
Say every word out loud with us. Your brain needs to hear English coming from your own mouth. That is part of the training.
Our first word is automatic. Automatic means something happens by itself, without thinking or choosing. It just happens naturally. Say it slowly. Automatic. Automatic.
The easiest sentence, I want English to feel automatic.
You can also say, driving becomes automatic after years of practice. Or, my brain automatically thinks in my language first.
The adverb is automatically. I automatically reached for my phone. Instead of saying, I do this without thinking, say, I do this automatically. That sounds much more natural and confident.
Our second word, and one of the most important words for any learner, is habit. A habit is something you do regularly without much conscious effort. Say it slowly. It. Habit.
The easiest sentence. Translating is a habit, and habits can change.
You can also say, I am building a new habit of thinking in English. Or, good habits take time, but they are worth it. The adjective form is habitual. She is a habitual English thinker, meaning she does it automatically, always. But in daily conversation, just use habit. Build the habit. Break the habit. Change the habit.
Break the habit of translating. Build the habit of thinking in English. 2 sentences, 1 clear direction.
Our third word is context. Context means the information around something that helps you understand its meaning. Say it slowly. Context. Context.
The easiest sentence. I understood the word from context.
You can also say, always try to understand from context first, or the context made the meaning clear. This word is very useful for English learners because understanding from context instead of translating every word is exactly what fluent speakers do. Instead of saying, I understood because of the sentences around it, say, I understood from context. Simple, natural, intelligent.
I understood from context. I want to say that in a conversation someday and sound very sophisticated.
You will, and you will mean it. Our final word today is one Jake used beautifully earlier, rewire. Rewire means to change the way something works, especially the brain, to build new connections, new patterns, new responses. Say it slowly. Rewire. Rewire.
The easiest sentence. You can rewire your brain to think in English.
You can also say, daily habits slowly rewire the way you think, or it takes time to rewire old patterns. This word is powerful because it is honest. It says, yes, change is possible, but it takes consistent daily effort, not one big moment, many small ones. Instead of saying, I want to change how my brain works, say, I want to rewire my brain for English. That sentence alone sounds like someone who deeply understands how learning works.
Rewire my brain for English. I'm writing that on my wall.
Write it, say it, then go and do it. So today we talked about one of the deepest challenges in English learning, moving from translating in your head to thinking directly in English.
And we learned it is not about talent. It is not about intelligence. It is about building the right daily habits, slowly, honestly, consistently.
3 habits to start today. 1. Label everything around you in English.
2. Talk to yourself in English, even 5 thoughts a day.
3. 60 seconds of English thinking every single day. Pick one topic, think freely in English directly.
And stop pulling yourself back to your language every time English gets slightly difficult. Stay inside the English world a little longer each day. That is where the rewiring happens.
Now, here's your challenge for the comments today. Right now, look at one object near you. Write its name in English in the comments. Just one word, just one object. That's your first label. That's your first step.
And if this episode helped you feel like thinking in English is actually possible, share it with one friend who is still stuck behind that translation wall, because they need to hear this today.
You are not behind. You are not broken. You are rewiring. And rewiring takes time. Give yourself that time with kindness.
This is Jake.
And this is Anna.
And you've been listening to the English Leap podcast. Think in English today. Even once, even badly. That's how it begins.
Aye.